Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... You know what I was thinking in the last 15 seconds before the countdown ended? Well, two things. One, that I forgot to add on the stream. They're on now. Secondly, that when we get to the season finales of a lot of Eli projects, it can vary. Sometimes it is an outright victory, and sometimes it is a terrible loss. You know, whether or not it's a character that's, suffers a tragic fate, like in the case of Ballet Pops. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen that yet, although most of you, I would say, have or should have by this point in the Gacha review cycle. Or you have something like the end of Blues Pops Season 1, where it was a shipwreck that sent them off, 10 years on a journey of devastation and, amnesia, which we now know from this series had disastrous ramifications for multiple dimensions since, because of the fact that they were supposed to protect the Elegem before and they weren't able to do so. In fact, actually, that's something that I might have misjudged this series on a little bit, actually, because I in previous reviews, I said something where it seemed like the stealing of the Elegem was almost pointless by the Zodiacs because they did nothing with that power in the first place. I guess, yes, that is still somewhat true. However, the mere acquisition of the Elegem caused rippling effects in 4 separate realities that the Blues Pops weren't even aware existed in the first place. So, actually, it had far more reaching consequences than I really gave it credit for. I still think they probably should have used it for something before this point, in the, again, 10 years since it's been. But ultimately, my statement that it was entirely pointless was inaccurate. In any case, what I'm saying is that anything can happen in this finale. It could be that the Blues Pops, well, I mean, we've seen them in other properties since then, so I imagine that they don't end up suffering too much of a terrible fate since then, especially because this is now the present time. But I could be wrong. All I know about the finale is that apparently we're going to get another Eli original song at the end of it. So we'll see what that's like. Exciting times. So I guess here we go. Not one last time. We've got one more after this, but here we go. All right. What a swim. I'm exhausted. So am I. Can we just rest here a while? No, I think I want to stay at the swimming distance. Wait, hold on a second. I recognize this music. This is not to do with the video, actually. I recognize this because, you know how Aiden will occasionally send me, like, instrumentals to work on songs and whatnot? I remember this instrumental being one of the options. So this is from the audio library, which, makes sense. But also, I think this is one that I actually rejected because I wasn't able to make it work. Maybe it was one of the ones that I found myself. It could have been Aiden one that he sent me, but one that I found myself. But either way, I couldn't make it work because it was one of those that was difficult to, I think, add lyrics to. Which means that I think it would work better as a underscore piece, and that seems to be exactly what's happened. So, there you go. Just a bit of a happy coincidence there. Oh, I forgot to mention, so hi to Josh as well in the chat, and water, earth, fire, air, all planets lived in peace and harmony until the day the Elegem was stolen. Everything changed when the Zodiacs attacked, that's true. Now only the Blues Pops and their mastering and song can save them. With 3 of the objects in their hands, will they be able to complete the task, or will this be a shipwreck of a task? Wow, okay. Okay, and this is why I write the descriptions of the videos. It's okay, Winter. We're all tired from that. That and that's not the best repetition there. And Misty has said the fire sprites were friendly, so I'm sure they'll understand. Yes, but they also told you about a dragon, right? The dragon's the one who's guarding the I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, it was the dragon's flame. What am I saying? Yeah, of course. The dragon's guarding its own flame, so you need to convince the dragon rather than the fire sprites. The sprites might help you, but who knows? If the dragon is a stubborn creature, you never know. Could be like Sol Regum from the Dragon Prince. You never know. Okay. Perfect dragon is friendly to... Well, again, you've been told that's not the case, so no. But you know, it's good. It's good to dream, I guess. I hope so too, but we can use our powers if we need to, and Safari can even talk to it. You know, I hadn't considered that, actually. If people don't remember, Safari can speak to animals, but yeah, I hadn't considered the dragon might actually not even speak their language. That's a fair point. I'm so used to dragons being, you know, like, very dark and mysterious and eloquent creatures, with very slow moves and proud speech, and a vocabulary more extensive than that of the average person. I guess I've been spoiled by media, but yeah, it makes sense. We need to talk to a big scary dragon? Yeah, well, someone's got to do it. Animal person. Oh, now I remember the issue I had with this instrumental. It was the fact that I wasn't able to make the verse, pre-chorus, chorus structure kind of work for lyric purposes. Anyway, the other one has the power to talk to them. Yeah, exactly. I guess so. Hang on, I'm getting a call. That's some convenient timing, I think. Oh, it's Jessica. Okay, so weird how Jessica's calling them now on a phone rather than on like their pop rings. That's what she usually does. Not sure what that was about. Maybe the that's why you had to wait until the phone was out of the water. So it's because it's not waterproof. It's possible. I don't know. You worked with the reference this time. Does my writing? I worked hard on it. Kidding. Mostly. I do like what I wrote. Okay. No, the shipwreck of a task was the only thing that I was like, come on. The rest of it, yeah, the rest of it I enjoyed. Hello, it's Snap. Snap, I miss you too much. Come back home. Oh wait, this isn't Jessica, as in like Jess the librarian, as in Majesty's name. This is, I think, Jess from Disco Pops. Okay, Jessica from Disco Pops. It's okay, Jessica. We're almost done with our quest. Snap, I'll come back. Any kind of pop could see. I am lonely, and I am so bored without you. But isn't the same Among Us never feels as good without you? Snap, I'll come back. Please play Among Us with me. I'm the imposter, and I really wish to kill you. Don't worry, Jessica. I promise we'll be back soon. You're correct. It's group pop / Jessica from Disco Pops. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right then. Adrianette's daughter, if people don't remember the extensive lore of the series. Although maybe this was before that was retconned, actually, because I remember at one point Johnny said in the original series that she was actually Adrian and Chloe's daughter before switching back to Marinette. So I don't know, maybe. Oh, okay, if you say so. But we all miss you, and you need to come back very, very, very soon. I wish I could come on your adventure. I mean, you're a pop, you can teleport, so you can, in theory. I wish you were here too. Maybe Majesty will give us all a Disco Pops. Sorry, Blah, blah. Maybe Majesty will give all us disco pops a quest sometime soon. That'd be cool. Maybe it would be the case of the missing pool water. Why is your pool empty? Do you have a pool? Was that established? Was that part of the law that the pool was? Huh? What? Or the case of the hidden imposters, maybe a quest to find pool water gems. Oh, is this all because Jessica doesn't know they've just been in Aquavia, and this meant to be like, oh, you know, all these water-themed things, apart from hidden imposters, really. That's not really water-themed. The submerged imposters, there you go. Submerged suspects for alliteration purposes. Maybe that was what it was meant to be, or like, but so that then Snaplock can be like, I don't want to do anything with water, or have like a huge reaction, sort of like how you do in media where they've had like a big experience about something, and then someone at the end like gives the punchline of like, yes, let's tie this back into something random that I've just come up with. And everyone's like, no, is that what that's meant to be? I'm really not sure here. Also, hello to Fox. Ooh, or maybe the imposters left the pool water gems to lure us into their trap. Okay, really leg it thick with the imposters thing. I don't remember I've never played Among Us, but I don't remember gems being a part of the story, so she's just really trying to combine the two things and then hope that Majesty has a mission that it happens to exactly match those parameters. Okay, you can dream, I guess. She inherited her terrible but overly meticulous planning skills from her mother, or her possible mother, depending on if this was retconned or not. Again, that whole thing. You understand that either way. Chloe and Adrian both have blonde hair and Marinette has blue hair, so where Jessica's brown hair come from? Maybe Marinette's dad. Maybe he has brown hair. That is very true, actually. I can actually explain this. So, maybe Johnny is going by the actual lore of the series, because in Miraculous a couple of times they actually reference both Marinette and Kagami to have black hair in the actual text. Maybe that's not in the French version. I have to check that again, but that's what I've heard. And I think the reason they did that is because animating black hair is very difficult because it's hard to see in a lot of 3D engines. So it became a convention to change black hair to blue hair for that reason. That's where you get a lot of dark blue haired characters in other stuff, not just in Miraculous. I'm surprised they left that as canon. They didn't just say that, oh, okay, she just has blue hair, whatever, and acknowledge it in the series, but that's up to them. So, and the reason I bring that up is because you would normally be right that brown hair is a more dominant trait when it comes to passing down the genes of that. Either way, Marinette would be a carrier of brown hair because of her dad. So, and I guess also Adrian, because if you think about it, Gabriel used to have brown hair in his younger days. Well, I guess not his younger days, really, in his, 1 year before the series events happened days, because Emily disappeared 1 year before the series began, and he seemed to have entirely brown hair at that point, even though it looks like it was multiple years ago. I don't know about that. So yeah, maybe both of them were carriers of brown hair, and that's why Jessica got that. I guess I don't remember what Andre Bourgeois' hair looked like. I think Audrey's was actually golden brownish type. I don't really know. Could be dyed knowing her. But in any case, what I was saying was that black hair actually is more dominant than brown hair, so that'd be a more likely a passed down trait. The blue hair in that context would be the more likely dominant thing to pass down. But brown hair, actually, if you think about the Punnett square of how dominant and recessive alleles work, it actually kind of matches that way too. So yeah. Also, hello, yeah, no mermaid stream, because guess what? I looked on Cookie Swell C's channel, And it turns out that the episodes 1 and 2 are the only episodes in that mermaid series that I could find that were actually named. I searched on like the channel feature with the word, I searched the word mermaid on Cookerswell channel itself. Then I looked up the playlist of all of the gacha videos that Cookerswell has done. And yeah, so unfortunately, we will never know the end of the incredible and super well-crafted tale of of the new mermaid series of the exceptional title. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh well. But guess what? Today we get another original Eli song in the finale of this. So if you stay tuned towards the end, then you'll get to see that. So that's gonna be fun. All right. Back to this. Maybe the imposters are the pool water gems. Okay, calm down. We just have to see when. Let's see when she gives us one. By the way, Magic Pop is it might have just passed out and zoned out in the sun. Be careful. Someone make sure she's okay. I'd say give her some water, but they just came from Aquavia, so she's probably fine. So, I just got a delivery of pool water. I've got to collect. Okay, so you got a delivery of pool water, but you said the quest was for the missing pool water. So I guess that I guess that Jess does in fact have a pool. Okay, that's what we're establishing. All right then. Note that down in the Disco Pop's deep lore, everyone. That Jessica's a blues pop does in fact have a pool. I don't know. What do you want from me, people? I also talk about genes in schools. I don't really completely know the logic behind it. Like I was told how to read clocks. My mum had to teach me. That's a weird one actually, because I mean, I remember that my first grade teacher, Mr. Harris, I can say his name because I mean I don't have any contact with him anymore, so whatever. Yeah, he actually taught us very thoroughly how to tell the time in first grade, and he had like a interactive clock that we could like change the times of, and it was one that I was obsessed with. I kept on like crawling ahead to change. I didn't crawl, but I was crawling because we were on the floor. I knew how to walk by that point, obviously first grade. But I crawled over and I just like messed with it while he was announcing stuff to us, and thinking in my head like, oh, this is like that time. So that was my method of learning. But I know that was a Mr. Harris exclusive thing, because anyone else who didn't have him as a teacher, obviously the following year when the grades changed again for second grade, some people just had no idea. And I remember that even my brother, who until he was in the equivalent of the fifth grade, he had to learn how to tell the time in both in English, Spanish, and French within the span of like a year or so. So that was very overwhelming for him. He did it, but that was just, the consequence of not having Mr. Harris as a teacher. So there you go. Teachers do make a difference. Hopefully people, we want you to do your thing. That's why most of us are here. Okay, yes. And then what do you want from me in terms of, I don't know, adding stuff. Anyway, I was actually going to clocks too. I might wait for dial and just watch it spin round. Oh yeah, the dial on this one didn't spin. It was just like two handles that you could just mess around with. Actually, wait, no, I think it did spin actually, but I never like did a full circle because I tried to because I thought I was being stealthy and like to move it like one piece at a time basically whenever he wasn't looking. He knew I was there, but he also knew I was listening, so ultimately it was fine. That's in Bingo Dabbers. It took a long time to grow out those things. I loved them. Yeah, actually, you missed out on a bingo thing earlier because I did. I improvised another parody before about this, and I forgot what song I used now. Dang it. Anyway, I don't mean part 3. Gotcha. Cookie went to make a Gut for Christmas advent countdown with series 24 episodes. I did see that, and I am tempted, like sometime when December comes, to do that. But obviously, I don't stream these Gut reviews every single day anymore. So I don't think I could pull off like a whole like advent of each day. So I might like pair a couple of them up maybe, or pair like multiple ones in December and just make my way through those that way. It's a possibility. I found that out today, and I will workshop that in my own brain, I guess. So see you when you return very, very soon. Again, and don't hurt yourself. I guess she says that right before they actually go into like the most dangerous location that they've had thus far. Now the real conflict is supposedly going to begin. Yeah. Hi. Well, I think I've rested enough now. Okay, good. She was just resting. I was like, you know, don't pass out in the sun, please, whatever you do. Should we get the dragon's fire now? What about a different type of... This is hypothetical, different type of cat kwami, like a tiger or leopard. We already had a tiger, by the way, because that is one of those. I think that was I think it's the one who gives... His name is Raw, I think, and gives purple tigress her powers. I think that's the name in English. Tigresa púrpura in Spanish. Yeah. We don't have a panther yet. But then again, we do have a black cat, so we kind of covered our bases with that, sort of, a little bit. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, all right. These are the fire sages, I guess. Okay, very, very interesting. Like, I normally I would complain about how they seem to be all to be clones of each other, but actually maybe that's like related to like the lore of them. And I also like how short they are, because that's something that you don't necessarily get outside of D&D. That's not really something that you play around with a lot, as far as like heights of characters. So, or different species, I mean. So yeah, maybe they just grow to this height and that's it. Yeah. Maybe it could be a snowy leopard kwami, but what power? That's a good question. I'm actually not very sure, because obviously they've covered a lot of the abstract concepts. Like Aiden said yesterday, they have in fact almost repeated themselves a couple of times as far as kwami powers go. And actually, if Aiden were here today, I would say that he actually was kind of on the money about something, where he mentioned that the tiger one actually seemed to just be like a lesser version of the black cat, because it was also a destructive power. And I was like, well, I mean, the way that it was phrased doesn't seem to be that way. Then I watched an episode where it says, oh yes, I'll give you the destructive power of the tiger rat. I was like, oh, come on. I tried here. I tried to help you out. Anyway. Maybe mist? I guess. What would be an interesting power? I think intangibility. I was gonna say invisibility to tie up with the mist thing, but that was but we also know that's one of the powers they can get from the chicken, because you can choose to do that. So yeah, I think intangibility might be an interesting one to play around with. But yeah, anyway. Hi, you must be the fire sprites. Actually, wait, a good power for Bon, I guess would maybe be maybe like fear or something. Tie into like the horror creator nature potentially. Anyway, we've been waiting on your arrival. Hi, it's me, Austin. Okay. Hi, Flame. Yes, we're the Blues Pops. Yes, we are. It's a person wearing a crown by the name of Flame. That's not a direct Flame Princess reference. Anyway, well, that's amazing. So lovely to finally meet you. Also noticed just design-wise that Flame seems to have different highlights to the other sages. Maybe that's the sign of royalty, aside from the crown, of course. I mean, we all know that the way to recognize royalty immediately is via the crown, but it's nice to have another detail in case they happen to not be wearing it at the time, I understand that. Let's get people with weird proportions. There you go, see? You got something. Maybe me as a snow leopard, Kwame could have gloves or a scarf as a racket, and I could give my user snowstorm powers. Vivid weather powers, but not Kwame a thing. I mean, stormy weather's a thing in the series, so... And messing with us, arm snaps 360 degrees. Dear God! Oh my goodness, yeah. It's like that one Solid JJ episode where that happens, where they're what was the name of the villain now? The one who like imitates people, and then Mr. Fantastic tries to do like use like his powers, like, you can't imitate this. You know, you're versed in all styles of combat, but you can't do this. And then he snaps his own arm. It's like, no, God, why? Anyway. And our lovely island of Flamatis is your penultimate stop, am I right? By the way, I like how the Flamatis does like vegetation that's probably fireproof, I imagine. And that's that ultimately adds to, I guess, the autumnal aesthetic. So yeah, nice choice for this as well. Bond's power faps at him. Oh no. Oh dearie me. Anyway. Indeed it is, and next we'll be heading to the cliffs of Kerulion. I heard you talking behind my back. That means you've almost come to your journey's end. Oh wait, I just realized I know what my Kwame power would be, or my miraculous power would be. It'd be the power of it'd be the power of reparation, I guess, like as in like fixing things. I mean, because if I review like the plot holes that have happened or something, I point out like continuity errors. I just will them into existence or something. Yeah, I think. Anyway, I have the ability to apply the laws of physics to the world. Yep, I'm gonna miss this planet, even though we just got here. But fair enough. I always have to come back someday. If you survive, that is. What? Jacob's power, lol, no. Yeah, you know what? That's it. That's the power's name. Yeah. Reparation is a terrible name. Lol, no. Perfect. Wait, what? If you survive, not people have survived Flamatis. Mostly goes the dragon, he's very angry. Again, they were briefed on this before, but I guess they seem to have forgotten based on the start of the episode. Yes, particularly today, after he heard you were coming to take the dragon's fire. Us fire sprites and the dragon don't get along that well. I keep saying fire sages and dragon's flame, which are winked up in Avatar things. It's fire sprites and dragon's fire. Okay. He moved here shortly after the Elegem was stolen and most people left. But we are a brave species and we refuse to leave. Also, we're immune to fire. That kind of helps things. It's not fitting the mood, it's also like the song in general, so it cancels out. Yeah, I said this before, but actually this is a song that I either came across myself or Aiden sent me. That was one that I was going to make put lyrics to, but I wasn't able to because of the fact it's like it's not consistent enough in order to have like a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, or just verse chorus type of structure. So I kind of had to give that one up. But I thought it would work better as underscored music of some kind. So yeah, it does cancel out. I do have some music myself that should be in here. It's from the Pixelmon collection, if I remember which track number it was. Not this one. Nope. Nope. Here we go. Yeah, this track is called Across the Desert, so I think that's it. You know, we'll try this. See what happens if we just put this music on. We plan on staying here for many more generations. The flames of our society shall burn on into the night, or something like that, I don't know. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. I hope he's nice to us. Yeah, as opposed to everyone else. Obviously, you're special. We will see. But you must get a move on. You must restore the Elegem. LB background music, stop it. I mean, I don't know. Good luck collecting the the dragon's fiery habitat. That sounds like a quote from Chuckles, actually. Like they're like the silent menace of gingivitis. You might be immune to the dragon's flame powers, but at the same time, you have the silent menace of halitosis. You better have some clothespins for your nose. Oh. I don't know. Anyway. Even when I say Jacob line versus Aiden line, Jacob was a thing of dramatic antics. Yeah, like, the Aiden line and Jacob line, like, reference is, like, it goes both ways, right? So, yes, like, Aiden lines, it's very obvious, to some degree, sometimes on his side, but also equally obvious for me. So, we both have, like, our like, tells and giveaways, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've stored the Elegem. Are you ready to get the final item? I think so. Aiden is mostly okay. Aiden is mostly, anyways. That's one of his favorite lines. Anyway. I just said it, dang it. It's catching on. Okay then, follow us. Oh wow, the music was well timed there. Well, this is the cave that the dragon lives in. Are you sure it's safe in there? I don't really like the idea of having to meet a big, fierce, and angry dragon. Well, you're gonna have to do that regardless of where you are, so, you know. Smiling face is important. I do remember that seeing some people put emojis or emoticons in their scripts. It's not very common practice, and Aiden's never done that, but yeah, you go. That's why you guys are going in and not them. What kind of superheroes are you? Heavily traumatized ones. Which is pretty normal by this point, but yeah. I'll make this fanfic an ice or snow related name. Maybe, actually. Yeah, frigid fantasy. I don't know. Absolutely fine, we're going to harm you. We promise. They're just gonna stand there as like a meat shield or something. they do like a. They almost look as wearing like cheer uniforms, right? They could just do like a they do like a tower or something, and then just like stay there as like a block for the fire if the dragon decides to smite them all of a sudden. Okay, we reached the end of that musical track. I'll put it back on again in a bit maybe, but let's see if the music has changed at all. Oh, it's gone. Okay. The music is... There is no music for this part. Okay, interesting choice. You know what? I'm gonna add some until we get something back. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, we just get some back immediately. Okay, that wasn't me. That was the actual video. Okay. Let's see. Hello? Who goes there? Do not disturb the great dragon. My dear chatters and VCers, I call upon Hogwash. Nice. the books. Notice background cheaters don't die on us now. That'd be really funny actually if they if the power from the fire sprites is to just like ignite like their inner fire, and so it like increases their powers. It's like bardic inspiration in D&D to use that reference again. Do you mind typing that out in Turbo with spelling out stuff that has been said? Let me just check the spelling of frigid quickly. Yep, I just wanted to make sure, because I never actually spelled it out myself. Okay, here we go. Frigid fantasy. Yeah. There we go. I like the gravelin there. Okay, Jacob. And I'm going female again. Okay, I know you said before that like your only dramatic persona was not like the female version of you, but it's happened twice now. It kind of seems like it is, to be perfectly honest. Anyway. We're just the blues pops. Don't hurt us, please. The blues pops. I'm in the closet. Okay. Are you? I mean, on the internet, it seems like you very much are not, but okay, fair enough. Why would I hurt the blues pops? This new weird hyperfixation. Fair enough. Also, if this becomes a Bon and Jacob, MLB story, then I definitely claim the non-existent Firefly Miraculous for the retcon powers or whatever we called it. Oh, the lol no, so I can be Luthiernaga. Anyway, well, I'm not, but pretend like I am. Anyway. Well, you are a big and fierce dragon, and you're angry because you want the dragon's fire. Okay, all those things are true, Safari, but you probably don't have to say it like that. Also, for the record, I guess Safari's powers were not necessary because the dragon does, in fact, speak their same language, so... Which is fine, that's okay. Dramatic, okay. And now I'm hysterical, which... Well, I've been called Jake before. Well, it's not for years. Right? Oh, so that's what they told you. Well, they were 100% correct. Burns them all. The end. We don't get a season finale. Where do I live? Why on earth would I tell you that? Why would I say that to you? Anyway. What do you mean? Okay, you know what? I will say not as big as the dragon that I was imagining. It's like one of those like shadow effects or something where you think the creature's like much larger, and then it turns out that after the shadow it emerges, and it's very tiny in comparison. Kind of like that. Yeah, odd new person. Yeah, what a random first question to have. Yeah, no one answered that. It's always what they say to people. I guess some people never change. And I'm one of them. Anyway. Who are you talking about? What do you mean? Well, probably the fire sprites, right? That, if they spread rumors, or potentially majesty. Anyone who was told you about the dragon. Could be the royals as well of Eletopia. Could be them, yeah. That makes sense. Anyway. Kind of the neighbor's house. Oh, there's no heads are free. Can you say oi oi baka? You know what? There you go. That's a more sensible request. And there you have it. All right. Yeah. That's a more viable request. I don't mind like random line requests for people. but I don't, I don't like when people like ask like personal questions, of like that would like actually, go into like doxing territory rather than, obviously talk about my life in general anyway. That's fine. Anyway, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Ah, yep, another one. Fallen for it. So typical. The dragon have a name, or do we have to name it? Well, I mean, the text here just says dragon, so I don't know, Dragon the Dragon, maybe. It's like Drago from Bakugan, just even less creative. I'm talking about the fire sprites. I'm not really a big fierce dragon. I mean, you can call me big if you want, but I'm not fierce. I don't think you are big, to be honest. You're like, I mean, again, maybe the fire sprites were really short. This dragon is very big, but compared to them, it's about this. I mean, on all fours, it looks like be about the same height as them. Maybe it like stretches his head out a bit, maybe slightly taller, but I mean, come on. Unless I have to be. And I'm more than happy to take my dragon's fight. Come on! We've been building up to this confrontation with the dragon, an actual challenge for them to face before we get to this stage, and now the dragon's like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. Unless they're pulling a Master Shifu here, and it turns out, ah yes, you're now free to eat. Hiya! And they take away all of your dumplings, but I don't think that's what we're going for this, so... Come on. Okay. Where's the climax, exactly? As long as you restore the Elegems, I can be put out of my misery. Now, when you say put out of your misery, what do you mean by that exactly? So they lied to us? Why would they do that? You know how not many people survive, Flamatis. The fire sprites lure them into this cave and burn them themselves. Then they blame me for it. That was the truth. You've been set up. It was all a trap. Run while you still can. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Yeah. Suicidal dragon. That's something. I don't want to be framed anymore. If I am to die in disgrace, I wish to add no more names to the pile. And I mean the literal pile. Look behind me. This is a pile of charred bones. Now that Jacob doesn't fix grammar, just reads it out the way it was. I mean, yeah. Oh, and also, I was not looking at this at the screen, and I just improvised the whole fire sprites thing, so I'm counting that as Oracle stuff. It's not me who kills them, it's the fire sprites. Apparently this guy in mostly red and orange, aka the same uniform the fire sprites have, and a mask told him to kill anyone who was trying to restore the Elegem. Okay, this is interesting actually. The quest of the quest interruption, someone who's like sabotaging you on your way. That's a very common thing actually. You know, luring wayward adventurers into using their preconceptions of what the adventure's going to be like. That's a nice one. All right then. Also, hello, G-Pop. But they also let them into this cave. It seems, unless the dragon's fire was not is not in this cave right now, and is just the dragon. The fire sprites are currently hiding it. Maybe. Wait, that might have been Ares. He told them not to let anyone pass Flamatis. Sorry, he told them to not let anyone pass Flamatis? Sorry, I didn't read the question mark. Well, he did steal the Elegem in the first place. Yeah, I forgot it was Ares at that, or was it like, or Castor and Pollux were sent to do it. yeah, is the only thing that gives the Zodiacs their powers. But they had powers before the Elegem, right? They were. Oh wait, no, that's right. They had the Elegem the whole time, and it was Catch and Pulse was doing a different like diamond or something. Okay, all right. Oh right, you were saying that the new oddball person left. Yeah, no more oddball questions. I mean, that might be one of my students actually, just based on like the name. But I can't pinpoint the username. So who knows? Some of them did ask me where I lived. In like because in the classes I do like question round for the first lesson that I have with them. So never know. They might still be trying to track me down. Did I tell them? No. I told them I live in the town, but yeah, I didn't mention anything beyond that. It might have been him. He comes around sometimes to pay the fire sprites. Yeah, that's a bit of a giveaway, Dragon the Dragon. Fire sprites have become greedy. They love hunting now. They didn't before, but they do now. And they love spreading false rumors to repeat their appearances good to the rest of Eletopia. Imagine someone raised their hand and it's like, what happened to Mimesis reviewing? Would that freak you out? That would freak me out. Yeah, I don't think they watched the reviews, because most of the videos I've shown them in class have been either my songs or like the various like actual crafted gacha shows that I've done, not the reviews, because obviously those would take forever to get through. So probably not. Although at one point I think I will show them some like examples of reviews, because I think I want to try to see if I can get them to like analyze an episode themselves and like give opinions in groups, like do a sort of review themselves with a bit of prep time. That's a lesson plan I have actually. So you never know. Maybe they will see a review in the future. As they asked me in a conversation, what happened in this episode of Blues, whatever. What if they asked you about Secrets of the Plex? What would that be like? I just have a strange idea of naming the holder of my Celebra Miraculous Noel. I think that might be need to think of my common name, maybe like Lily the Flower, specifically white ones like lilies. I will say that there is a Noel without the L and E. There's actually, it depends, because the English version kind of messed this up. Because Nino's brother, his name was it's Chris, because they changed it to Chris in one of the specials, because they were trying to, because the original version was Master Noel for like like for Christmas, but because of in English that doesn't work so well for them, I guess they changed it to Chris Master. That was his villain name. So it's called both of them. Technically speaking, there is a Noel spelt differently in MLB right now. Not that there can't be two, obviously, because people do have the same names. There's two Andres in the series. Andre Bourgeois and Andre the Ice Cream Seller. But yeah, just to bear that in mind in case you want to go with something else. Anyway, as more comics, the Franco have seen the behind the scenes of that series, Clem buddies with screw. Oh, that's right. That's why you didn't do the Q&A, because they thought they would reveal information about you. I see. And yeah, that is honestly the best way. Actually, I remember that word about my channel kind of spread a little bit amongst my secondary school, mostly during revision parties and such. Like that particular era, and that's how that happened. So yeah. All right. Oh, that Navi I didn't want to, understandable. He's very shy. I mean, yeah. I don't think it was going to be like a requirement to show up or anything, but yeah. And easily misunderstood. Okay. Appearing on a podcast introduction of some nature is a good way to clear the air about things you're misunderstood about. But I guess the shyness kind of counteracts that. So whatever. Anyway.
spread like wildfires. After the Elegem was stolen, one of my precious gems became an item, so I looked for a place to stay. I had to move house because one of my gems became an item. That makes perfect sense, right? You know, one of your gems gets transfigured, so you are forced out of your place of residence. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no further questions on that one. I used to be a traveler who liked going about as I pleased.
So then you're always looking for new places to stay then, because if you're nomadic, that's how that works. So why would your gem becoming an item mean you have to stay in one location?
But soon after I came here, that red mask, I made a deal with the fire sprites.
You haven't had a bad day where one of your possessions becomes an item? Nope. And I certainly have not. Certainly, that's not why I recently moved house and country. That was not what happened. Okay. You've had a bad day. An item is worn. They took one of your things and they made it transform. You have to move house. Because those are the rules. I'm not gonna explain if you don't get your fools. You had a bad day.
They framed me, and then it made everyone else leave Flamatis in fear.
Most Jacob is unroulette. Wow. Wow. You could tell the normal basic names of character names, because then I include what name characters plus common names don't match their animals, like Tricks, because Tricky Fox. Yeah, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure how Tiki matches, but I could or Plag, but maybe I'm not entirely familiar with the reference. That's also a possibility. Also, I guess Daisy or Dicey or whatever the name is of the pig. That doesn't quite match, but Daisy is a common pig name, so that's probably why they chose that one. So sometimes they take a few liberties with the connections. Maybe Frost. That's a good name.
They framed me, and then it made everyone else leave Flamatis in fear.
Oh no, that's terrible. How are we supposed to get out if the fire sprites could attack us?
I have a back entrance. Also, again, you all can teleport. I know the law. I don't know, your best luck is your powers.
Alright, time for another original song. Let me out, let me out. This is not a dance. Anyway.
But usually there's a good few hundred that you'll have to defeat.
I think 2 of them have water powers, and one of them has ice powers, so I think they're covered, for the most part. Oh, Platinum is based on the word plague. Okay, then Tiki means happiness. Similar to the Estonian word Tiki, which means creation. Ah, okay. Alright then. That works. That can't be good. And that's another being who's read up on the Flowerpot wiki page. Good on you, Dragon the Dragon. By the way, we did find out actually that that somebody has made like wiki pages on the Superpots wiki for like the fan series actually. Even Parody Pops, but got to mention as an upcoming series. Not Weather Pops yet, because that's obviously a new obsession of mine. But yeah. Well, I guess it's the day I die if I get hit by one fire attack this fight. You would think being Winter Pop, but yes, Ice Pop. Can't be good.
It isn't. And if they survive Flamatis, they never end up restoring the Elegem.
Well, here's the thing about this actually. This confuses me on some levels because like obviously we've gone through the untrustworthiness or the nature of the what was it in the Caelorium kingdom, the untrustworthy rulers that had to prove themselves to get the first item. Then Terratus was honestly a piece of cake. Aquavia was a little bit more difficult, but yeah, like it seems like because these are unique items, right? So does that mean that every time that the adventurers perish in Flammatis, that they return the items to the other locations? Maybe that's how the fire sprites keep the good name of their species, I guess. Maybe that's how, because they're constantly returning items to people. That kind of makes sense. Apart from, I guess, how do they manage to go down to Aquavia if they're fire sprites? Maybe they're not so weak to water in general. I don't know. And yes, British Pops is also on the wiki, and LiveTube Pop and Trust Pop. Yeah, we talked about this on Discord, but yes, that is also there. And obviously, there's entries for blues pops, ballet pops, jazz pops, etc. Yeah. Oh, is our parody on it? Not for the time being, I don't think, because that's also like a one-off entry, so it wouldn't be like in fan series, I guess. Or maybe it would. I don't know. Oh no, that isn't good at all. Can't we just get the dragon's fire and try to leave?
Well, again, you can all teleport, so yes. Okay, come with me. Come with me. And you'll be in a cave of utter desperation.
Finally, all the items. Oh, wow, okay. Jeez. That doesn't look promising. I just remind people that I tend to like reduce the volume of the music, so that was way louder. What do you mean? It's the it's fire. What did you expect it to look like? It makes perfect sense. The thing I'm confused about is why there's smoke just in the foreground here, because it seems to be away from the flame source, and all the trees are perfectly fine. I thought the trees were fireproof because it just makes sense they would be, but okay. Are those trees fine? No, they're not. The trees are fine. You're just seeing smoke at the front of you. So I think they are. I think they're not. No, oh, those trees look like they're on fire too. And those ones, and those ones, and these ones. Good grief. I don't know. I swear I didn't get. Yeah, well, that's why I said frost. That would be an example, but I don't know. You're right. Got the last item now? No, it's over there, right? I guess no, maybe they went back to the entrance to see them, and they're not like being ambushed right now. The guy that series is always cut short because it's always alternative, easier stories that the story provides. Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that like the entire MO of Ladybug herself was to find creative solutions to problems that arise, then yeah, that would 100% be that would 100% be a thing. But yeah, why do they have shopping bags? Oh, because they're putting different items inside of the bags because they have to collect things in order to restore like the Elegem in the next episode. So they have 3 out of 4 right now, but they were given those bags so they could keep them safe. Again, you're feeling this hyperfixation. I mentioned that before, but yeah, okay. Hello, my name is Morning Frost. I speak to your mind. Anyway. Yeah. We're just about to leave. Why must you leave so soon? There's so many fun things to do still. No, we really must get going. No, what a shame. Come with us, we'll help say goodbye. What about Blizz? Oh, like short for Blizzard? That also works, yeah. It will be lots of fun, we promise. No, seriously, we really don't need it. We're just going to go. We must swim across the river to get to the other side. Or we could take the bridge you aren't showing on screen. Stop ripping this for me, take a worked hard on this one. You know, there's adaptations they do. You know, like, like where they have like the Kwame transformations that like turn them into different things. Obviously, you have like the aqua versions of them. You're just like already in aqua form. But then I just feel like, yeah, nope, never mind. Music as the character on vibe matches perfectly. We had that issue with one of the other tracks beforehand, actually. I think this one works. Yeah. That's the fire sprites. It'd be like, I'm the bad guy. Yeah. Noelle and her Kwame Blaze the Snow Leopard sound like a cute duo. I give Noelle my stage fright and shyness, so she frees up a lot. Ah. Okay. Okay, sure. Alright then. Yeah, because otherwise, we might miss something important we must do. You know, the whole reason we came here, to restore the Elegem. What a pity, it was so nice knowing you. Yeah, what a shame. Let's go now, guys. Oh, that he did leave. Okay. I thought that was gonna lead to like a chase sequence or something, but alright, no, I guess never mind. Yeah, a chase or a fight. Yeah, that would have definitely worked. But nope. Yeah. Okay. Oh, also I'll have the Garth excuse here. I've got to go feed my cat. Right, let's teleport. Oh, so now they can teleport. Why not do that in the cave? Is this like a safe spot? Is this like a hole in like the magical ozone layer that lets you teleport now and no one else did? If so, how'd you find it? What do you mean? Ah. Do something interesting, please. Run. Yeah, in Ballet Pops they did that. It was like a whole chase sequence. So Eli would eventually, but I guess not now. It's a non-teleport cave, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Why didn't I think of that? A non-teleport cave. Those have always been a thing that exist. And what was the excuse for like everyone else? They swam from Aquavia to Flamatis. They swam the whole way, and they could have teleported. But no. Ah. I always had a hard time breaking ice. That sounds like an akumatized villain.
Icebreaker, I am Hawkmoth. You always encounter socially awkward situations. Well, now I give you the power to control the art of conversation and charisma. You will use it to convince Ladybug and Cat Noir to give me their miraculous.
Not a bad plan, honestly. You know, that could be something. I don't know. Yeah, blues pops never stops. That's not grammatically okay. Getting caught up north here in Kansas, this is great. I mean, yeah, that's like the Canadian winter stereotype, isn't it? I can't watch it because the cruise Wi-Fi. Wait, oh no. You're on a cruise? Eli, you're on a cruise! No! Watching Blues Pops! No! Ah! I can chat but not watch the live. Okay, someone make sure she's okay. She's on a cruise watching Blues Pops. Yeah. Oh no. It's like watching Titanic. Yeah, exactly. Wrong finale, but still. Oh, jeez. This isn't good. Anyway. Must have been charged the place where people can't. Oh, okay, so they just didn't bother trying before. Oh. Well, now that makes more sense then. Okay. I see pirates. Yeah, exactly. No. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but you know how we said there'd be like hundreds of fire sprites to fight? Yeah, here they are. I am Legion, for we are many. Hee! I think we're surrounded. Please fight.
Icebreaker, I am Hawkmoth. Your overwhelming anxiety disorder will no longer be a problem as long as you bring me Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous.
And they're too awkward to refuse the akumatization, so they go through with the plan. But first, let me get revenge on my doctor for denying me medication. Anyway. Good idea. Hear me out. Noah's older brother got screwed out. His name was Icebreaker and has to go up against him. Okay, yeah, that's true. Why not? It would appear you have no choice but to fight, ladies. Right. No, run. If they don't find him, I was kill Bill as a chaser. I mean, that works. I have seen that movie. I had 3 scoops of ice cream 2 days ago, and now I'm dying coughing. Oh, I see. I had 2 scoops yesterday from an ice cream place in Vigo. Okay, I like this visual. I can see now why the fire sprites had to all be like the same design, but also again environmentally that makes sense. Also, how many are there? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say this might be the most. I just wanted to check to see if this was the most gacha characters on screen at any one given point that I'd seen. But no, I've had 15 at one point, and I do remember they watched something else where they went to like 18. So yeah, fair enough. You can't claim one of my former records today. There's more of those little demons. Yeah, well, oh dear, Neptune. Neptune might help you here. But yeah. You have no choice but to fight. Okay. Oh, that's right. You're also performing on a cruise. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that one of my friends from sixth form actually said that was like his major ambition. As he wants to go to drama school, train up as a triple threat, and then perform on cruises. Actually, so yeah. Okay, I can't see all of them right now, but let's just say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 this time, and maybe 15 in the corner, but I can't tell. Thought you were leaving soon. Oh, you're talking on Watch Me though. To go Destiny 2. Oh, that's brilliant. I can see why that friend of mine wanted to do cruise performances. Makes a lot of sense. Most of credit is one of the creators. Yeah, just have me as like a creative consultant. There we go. That'll make sense. That'll work. Well, the French coming on. You better fight. I'm going French on you. Yeah, you'll start to Fan the flames of revolution. Where's a bunny pop if we need her? I'm not sure. I'm hoping they don't solve this via Deus Ex Machina, but I no idea. You have to. Come on! What? It's all for a. Blues Pops is just giving us like major anticlimax. This is true. I have seen screenshots of Ghosty from Discord, so yeah. Tell me they fight. Yeah, say psych right now. Say psych right now. Creative what? Consultants. Creative consultants. That's what they usually call that. I'll spell that out for you. That's like the title they give to like the original authors on of like who's like have like films based on their works. They call them creative consultants if they like help out with the film production and stuff. All right. Tell me they fight Eli. They. Okay. Do. Let's have to extend the visit forever. Oh, okay, all right. Slowly working in like a pack of wolves. I like this. I wish we got some of them like behind them, maybe maybe approaching forwards if you're going to use keyframes for this point. But you know, all right. Wait, look. Yes. Okay, I would have had more than two from like one on either side. I mean, I would have had like a I guess like a clump of them maybe marching forwards. Okay. Okay. Do not. Sorry. Alright, I mean, look, the dragon appearing, you know, to help them out, not necessarily a bad thing. I do question why the dragon didn't do that the other times with the other adventurers. Or maybe it did, and it just wasn't enough to help. Now, because obviously the Blue Spots have powers themselves, they're able to defend themselves much more if the dragon happens to be caught off guard. Maybe. So, I guess. Okay, so not the worst thing in the world for this point. Again, could have done with a little bit less of an anticlimax, but the dragon showing up to help them, not a bad start, I guess. And also, bear in mind the next episode of the series finale, so we've so actually having like the fight at the end, or I don't know, maybe that's where the song comes in. That does count as combat by Pop's rules, I suppose. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure about this whole thing. The first thing I understand completely is, you know, their superheroes literally. You've decided. Also, you've left us with the stupid dragon before. This is this was your moment and you ruined it. I think. Was that it? I don't know. Stand back, little demons of a dragon. Now, we're not afraid to use it. All right. Okay. All right then. Well, I guess. I guess we continue. The weird thing about this was, I guess, like the tangent, or I guess it was a big coincidence how Jessica showed up here for a little bit, or like not showed up, but like had a random call. I mean, it's good to remind people that, you know, the Blue Swaps have, like, you know, other pop groups they're a part of as well, but it ultimately doesn't seem like it serves much of a purpose. I'm not sure. Watching Super Pop Season 4, actually, there's a lot of references to, oh yeah, here's what Power Pop is doing at this point, or Chris Pop's on a mission, or, you know, Finley's off with the K-Pops or whatever, something like that. And that's usually because they have to establish why the actors aren't in that particular episode, because they're off somewhere. So I kind of get it in that regard, but this time it's like the reverse almost. It's a trap that Johnny falls into a lot more than Eli does, and that was why this was like me. It was mainly harmless. Just like a nice like little addition, but I do question why it was at that precise moment. But yeah. Okay. Well, time for the finale, I guess. Oh, that's an invite link. Don't want to do that. I've already had enough of sending the wrong, clicking the wrong link or starting the wrong thing. Did that yesterday, and I don't want to repeat that. Okay, time for the finale. We still have a bunch of French. Okay. This episode of Frigid Fantasy, man, it's nothing like I write my script because I don't know how else to write. Well, I guess if it's like a prose fanfic, it would be a chapter rather than an episode. But yeah, I don't really know. Oh, okay. Speaking of invite links, Ghosty wants to be let in, so we'll go ahead and do that for the finale. 1 second. Here we go. I said the word invite link, and that just excited people, I suppose. Fair enough. Oh, and thanks for saving us and flying us here. Okay, so there was an implied battle that happened, or potentially like a little bit of like, I guess, like warding them off, but it happened off screen in between episodes. Yes, that's great. Ghosty, what do you think?
Okay. Before we get into the finale, I have some things to say about the other episode because I was only there for the latter half, but I still have some opinions. And one of those opinions,
the important one, so yeah.
Yeah, one of those opinions is I love the fire sprites, they're delightfully creepy. But where is the fighting? They're superheroes. Aren't they supposed to get out of dangerous situations by powering through them as a pop group?
Yeah. In the source material, some of the time when they're not using their pop powers, they just end up like using they use like energy beams or something. But even that is just a little nod to the fact that they're using powers against villains that also have them back, and typical superhero stuff. It's not perfect, but then again, it was a green screen series made on a shoestring budget for kids. You take what you get what you get in that regard, but what we got was something here. That's a thing that's happened since like Jazz Pop season 1, actually, when we started. Earth Pop was the first one to like throw an actual blast, and then after that we seem to be stuck in a loop where
the conflict is resolved off screen when nobody can see it happen?
Yeah, or alternatively, the conflict's resolved on screen, but nothing major happens. Like it's ultimately like it's like the epic showdowns between Challenge Number 1 Dora T Explorer and Swiper T Fox. It's like that basically.
Huh.
That level of action that we receive.
Who knew? Resources is similarly spelled in English and in Canadian French. Thank you, Bond, for the education.
Yeah,
they're having a mental breakdown in chat right now.
I think that might actually be resolved rather than because like I think the context is like that was it was a suspenseful moment and then you resolved it immediately. I think that was the context there.
Yeah, like I agree with Bon. Well, what little of Bon I can understand. I cannot speak I can't speak regular French. How do you expect me to understand Canadian French? I can barely pronounce Russian. How do you?
This is why, like, every time the angry French person comes out, I'm just like, okay, let me remember what I've learnt.
But I agree with Bon. It's just I don't understand any of that.
The people that were really excited to see the finale were like, what? That was but how we resolve it. And I guess that they must be very disappointed, Eli. I think that's what that says. Yeah. Again, context. Ah.
I can never understand an angry French person.
Apparently, it's not meant to be understood. It's just I have resident GCSE knowledge.
I have feelings and I
Residual,
must
mean.
express them.
Exactly.
Treat Pop, you're making it worse. Bon,
Oh,
I
by
cannot
saying, like-
speak Canadian too.
Hey, Bon, say something in Canadian. Oh my goodness.
Like as someone who like speaking from the president of someone who told me once, could you do this line in an American accent?
Yeah.
Not like apparently I am not American enough for some people, even though I am literally American and live in America. I was born in the States, I've lived in the States my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If that person happened to be from, like, a different region, considering that, it is, like, the third largest country in the world, I think, it's,
Yeah,
there's
but they
definitely a
didn't
possibility that the American accent that they were looking for was one that they were used to, but not you. I don't really know.
No, it's just a lot of people when they hear me speak, they're under the impression that I come from somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, I have no idea.
I was playing Lethal Company with Aiden and some of his friends, and it was like, hey, are you British?
You should have said you were Russian. Just really mess with them.
Just to really mess with them. Like,
Yeah.
some people have guessed I was from Australia before.
I
Apparently,
think I've had that as well.
Apparently, I'm from a lot of different places.
I suppose, yeah. But yeah, but fun fact, actually, speaking of like things that words that sound similar to from one language to another, that's something that I tried whenever I had like discussions with like the welding students today, actually, or even like last week, because I'll say some words to them sometimes and be like, okay, so this is this word, like debate, for example. What do you think that word sounds like? The word in Spanish is debate, so it is literally spelled the exact same way as well. I also use like fossil, which is also spelled almost the same way as one less S. It was like, okay, fossil. Anyone heard of fossils? Like, I mean, they got close, but yeah.
Or like for I'm going to poke Tamsin in the comments section and be like, please stop asking Bond to speak Canadian. Canadian is not a language.
I think that was I think that was what this message was meant to be. That you betcha speaking is a real treat, eh? I think that was the idea.
Stop, or I'm going to start speaking in Ohioisms.
Oh, that's why. That's why people think you're not American. Because you don't have enough Ohioisms, I guess.
I like, do you want to hear some Ohioisms?
Sure, go for it. I just want to read an I am can translate it first. Okay, now we can, yeah. Tamsin, speak British. I am can do that for you. I am will do that in a moment. Okay, go on.
Everyone stop speaking another language. I'm going to shuck you like corn.
Go on. What oh, that was the Ohioism. Okay. Fair enough, then. Yeah, but just
It's because all the other Ohioisms I know are maybe slightly racist.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Chapters longer than episodes, if they'll be around. I know some episodes understood. Well, the thing is, I don't think I don't think they correlate actually, because for me episodes are usually like one installment to like a visual medium. That might not be correct actually, but for me episodes always like tied to like something visual, like say like an episode of a TV series or Star Wars episode, blah blah blah. But and then chapters are mostly book related, unless we're going into anything that the writers of Avatar have done, where there's like, oh yes, book 1, chapter whatever, and that's what they call it instead. And I'm not sure why they do that, but it's a cool thing that we definitely did not rip off.
We definitely didn't steal.
or you know, paid loving homage to. Yes. You're going Super Saiyan. Well, if you're going Super Saiyan, you should be calming down then. Anyway.
Super Saiyan. Anyway,
I fight.
let's get back to the conflict that was resolved off screen.
Of course.
Let's
yeah.
get back to the video we're reviewing.
Indeed. Thanks for saving us and flying us here.
Oh, hello!
No problem.
The dragon speaks?
The dragon speaks, yes.
No problem. I was happy to help you. And only you, not the other adventurers that came here before that I said never survived. I presumably couldn't get to them in time, even though the fire sprites moved very, very slowly to capture them. Of course.
If you didn't save us, we might not be here right now. That's how that works. Also, if it hadn't been for you, I would now be in someone else's digestion.
You know, that's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show. Working all day, now it's time to unwind. Kick back, relax, take a load off your mind.
Sometimes I regret being alive. This is one of those times.
And yes, I've heard that meme so many times I know the beginning of it.
Like, I don't think the fire sprites would have. I think the fire sprites initially wanted to be friendly, but just their definition of friendly is not friendly.
Yes, it's like a warm embrace from them that just happens to include fire, of course. It says every yandere ever. Let me say something in Australian. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, we're so glad you helped us.
Bon, what do you want me to explain for you?
The difference between the like how Canadian isn't a language, and I guess probably Tree Pop doesn't know that like not every country has a language that is unique to said country.
Yeah,
I would
Canada.
hope knowing the distance of the U.S. particularly would be the giveaway of that one, but what do I
Yeah,
know?
like Canada, as far as I know, is mostly a partial English, partial French. There is, you know, the Canadian half of French, but there is also the more English half of French, and they speak English like we speak. They speak the language of the people. TM. And the other half speak French. Where exactly that cutoff is depends on region.
Yeah.
But usually Canadian French is different than regular French, within a few words, and you know. And that's mostly all I know. But no, Canada does not have its own language. You cannot speak Canadian. Canada does have slang independent from the United States, but that's just about it.
Yeah, this is exactly what Bond's you know, saying things in Canadian joke had what sounded like in the parody. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Exactly what Bond just said there. There we go. It sounded like that. Anyway, we're so glad you helped us.
Well, you had to get the kiss of Kerulion somehow, and flying is probably the fastest way.
No, it isn't, because why is he? Wait, no, they couldn't teleport. Never mind. They established that last episode. Okay, fine.
But they teleported to another place, but ended up teleporting into more fire sprites.
I don't think they teleported as much as they. I think it was just like an awkward background transition, or potentially they actually did run for a bit, and we just didn't see them do the running because you know
We didn't see them do the anything.
No, we did not. By the way, how do they all fit on that dragon's back? Because that dragon is still tiny.
Or at least one of the fastest ways.
Like, I I would have, like, personally, this is a me thing, but I would have upscaled that dragon. Because that dragon is not a dragon, it's a baby dragon.
Yep. It's straight from Joey's deck.
Also, how are they going to sit on that dragon? I'm not because the dragon is small, but because the dragon has a very spiny back.
Yeah, maybe they were just it's kind of like how you know when you're like riding a bike and you get tired of using the very uncomfortable seat, so you just like lift yourself up while you're still riding. Maybe they did that the whole time. They were in like bike position.
Bike position.
I don't know if that's an official name, so I'm gonna call it bike position. All right.
And now that you're here, I suppose you can finally restore the Elegem.
This music is so awesome for no reason. We're talking to a tiny dragon.
Well, I mean, they've got all the items now. They can restore the Elegem. I think that's the idea. Yes, and nothing can stop us now. Oh no, a thing that can stop us. Thanks, dragon. The dragon. Hopefully we will see you soon.
Wait, weren't they going to ride the dragon, or?
Oh no, well they're at their destination right now. This is where they can restore the Elegem, so they have arrived now.
They have arrived.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused. I'm like a child in a Walmart. Someone please help.
Yeah. Also, you forgot the emus, Bon. Anyway.
Yes. Good luck, Blues Pops.
This dragon knows who the Blues Pops.
Yeah. By the way, I read that as South American. That's a different implication. Anyway, I didn't know emus were a threat. Oh, have you not heard the Emu Wars? Look up the Emu Wars. That's a fun Wikipedia search.
Yeah, that's a fun Wikipedia search. It's also a fun puppet history video, if you want to watch that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that is no. Let's not. Let's not put it in.
Oh, I already kind of sent him the link. While we were talking. So, hi.
See, how dare you?
Like we were saying earlier, that we were playing Lethal Company, and one of your friends thought I was British.
Oh yeah. Josh,
Oh,
thought
that
you
just
were British.
happened.
A few days ago, like I think 3 days ago, 4.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. A few days ago.
I'm salty. I'm not British.
I mean, hey, you would play a good British character one day if you needed to. Maybe.
I mean, that is fair. I was gonna say, do you have any final break rolls? I can't remember who's in the cast and who isn't.
I don't think Ghosty auditioned at all for Final Break.
No, I didn't. I didn't audition for Final Break. It wasn't on my list of prerogatives.
Even though I think Ghosty would be great in any voice role because her voice is great.
No, not really. I don't think my voice is very great.
I think your
As
voice
British,
is great.
Apparently.
Yeah.
the two requirements, really, you know. All right. Anyway, that must be it. We've made
Is this
it.
the season finale, by the way?
Yes. In fact, this episode is called Series Finale,
Oh. Series is over, nice.
and this is the thumbnail.
Like,
Along with the,
did you not read the title Flamatis and Finale?
Yeah, as in like episode 8 was Flamatis, episode 9 is Finale.
I love how like their view is like a drawn background, then we cut back to this hyper realistic real life photo. It's like, oh, look at that drawn background over there. That's really cartoony. You know, I love it next to juxtaposed with our realistic photo background.
Yeah, I've gone on record saying this doesn't bother me in the realms of Gacha. However, if more people were to use free pick, nudge nudge, then they can search under vectors and they can come up with stuff that actually matches the aesthetic of the Gacha backgrounds themselves.
Are you talking to me?
Well, she likes drawing her backgrounds, I think.
If the shoe fits, I throw a shoe.
Like, I do like drawing my own backgrounds, but right now my tablet is broken because when I had bed bugs, I forgot to store it correctly, and then it got a little mangled.
Yeah,
You know,
I
if
just
I
mean how like 2 weeks in a row I mentioned free pick to you for D&D backgrounds, and I was like, and he
If
said, like,
I-
oh, I haven't been able to
if
do
I-
anything.
if
So
I-
like,
if I-
hey, but you-
if I was an
Jacob-
artist, I would be drawing all my backgrounds.
Like, Also, Jacob, you tried to search for steampunk backgrounds for me, and we kept only getting AI images. And when we turned off the possibility of getting AI images, it was just all clock backgrounds of nothing but clock faces and gears.
That is true. So maybe steampunk is a little bit of a weakness for them at the moment. But I'm
So,
sure that
like,
if we had continued the search, and we weren't just doing that at the beginning of the session, then we probably could have found
Like, I had
something.
I had a placeholder AI images. But that's what they were. Placeholders. So I
Yeah.
could make the actual thing when my tablet came in the mail. I ordered it through Amazon, but I didn't have enough money for direct shipping.
When does your tablet come?
Tomorrow.
Yay!
Well, there you go. I guess I guess we're due for an update then.
I know
So-
I'm not an artist, but I could try drawing a background. I'm not an artist, but I could try something. Let's
So,
throw some
uh,
gacha props on a gacha background.
I got your background. So I was
And that's
going
what
to
we have been
use.
using. If we
Look,
were
I
to
threw a
see,
gear on a gacha background. Is
I don't know.
steampunk
Slap-
enough for you?
Slap a gear on a mountain. That'll work.
Wow, look, it's steampunk mountain.
It's a steampunk mountain. The
Yeah, I
entire
guess
planet is supposed to have gears embedded in it, as indicative of the AI backgrounds that I sent Jacob to use as placeholder images. But BB got upset with me, so I was like, you know what? No more placeholder images anymore. You guys are gonna have to suffer.
You guys are
That's
gonna
why
just imagine
that's why
them.
I've still been using the gacha backgrounds. If
Just
if you're
imagine
wondering.
it. Use your
Yeah.
imagination.
Of course. Although having gears embed into like the moon itself has horrifying implications for like rotation and gravity that I'm going to probably explore at
Wait,
some other
question. I know like gears are embedded and stuff, but how does that work? Like, do the gears actually have a mechanical reason of why they're embedded into the ground, or is
Yes.
it just okay? Like, do they actually do something? Because I'm like, is it just an aesthetic thing? It's like, what's her name? Crap,
Like-
Anya. Anya, when she was making the planet, she's like, you know what I like all right now? Gears. Throws a gear onto the floor, stomps it in there. Yes, this is beautiful. Let me keep doing this. Stop.
Like the
point.
planet.
No, see, his thing like Anya's favorite cereal was Gears, so she so like as the consumption god, she just mixed that together, and when she like created the new world, it's like, oh wait a minute, all the gears are still here. Ah yes, fine, this new moon. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
The gears do serve their own organic purpose, but you guys are gonna have to figure that out during the D&D campaign and not on
Yep.
stream where we're supposed to be reviewing something else.
What? No, I like this discussion. It's fun.
I'll
This is why I
tell
don't
you.
This is why I don't ask lore questions that I know we're gonna.
I love lore.
Listen,
I'm a
Aiden,
lore hoe. I'm a
I-
lore
I
hoe.
know.
I was about to say. I don't know if
But-
I can say the other word.
I
You're
designed
Lori.
the
You're a
D.
Lori. Maybe that's the thing.
There.
I designed the D&D to work like a book. You're going to have to figure out everything as you go. Just explore as you please. There's a lot of different places set up for you to go.
There you go. Makes sense with book 2 as well, as we've said.
It is an entire planet for you all to explore. There is an undercurrent of story that you guys are going to figure out along the way. Now let's get back to the blues pops, where the
Indeed,
lore
yes.
isn't as defined and where the backgrounds are not consistent.
Also, just real quick about the episode numbers. You know what annoys me? The series finale is a 9th episode, not the 8th episode of the season, not the 10th episode, the 9th episode. Who's like, oh yeah, here's a series finale, here's the final episode of a show. Let's make it the 9th episode and be the most annoying number we have for the
Why is
final
9 an
episode.
annoying number?
Because normally even numbers are ending, or like it's more of a clean cut number.
Haven't you had 13 episode lengths before? The seasons?
I mean, there have been like additional videos, but not the same number of videos.
In fact, most anime have 13 episodes per season.
Yeah, but like
nowadays.
9 is such a weird number to end a show on. It's like episode 9 is the series finale.
It's a Aiden.
The only shows that actually consistently do that are the Marvel TV shows, and even the Marvel TV shows are kind of weird when they have like 9-episode seasons. Like, come on, just push it to 10.
So
Push
there's
it.
clearly a precedent for doing so.
What's wrong? What 10 episodes would be better than would be better numerically? Okay, 9 is such
Like-
a weird number to end a show on. Like episode 9 feels like a random episode to end it on instead of like a round number.
No, I disagree with Aiden. Number 9 is fine because it was clearly only planned to have content until episode 9. As dubious as that content is sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, back to the blues pops. Enough about
is a number.
Numbers.
Okay.
enough about
10 is also fine. It's the most fine number since the number 9. Okay, now.
enough about faffing around about numbers. Let's just continue the blues pops.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's not a season 3, Ghost Kitty. This is the final
Yeah,
season.
To my knowledge, this is not. Yeah. The Blues Pop themselves still have other missions, but with like their other pop groups. But yeah, as like solo stuff, this is it for them. Probably for the best. Ultimately, they've been through a lot.
So much drama. So much
I know
drama.
someone who'll be very glad to have me back. The person who called me randomly in the last episode. You know, Marinette and Adrian's daughter, or possibly Adrian and Chloe's, depending on whether you're on the retcon.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know when this was written, so I don't know if that was before or after that got fixed. Anyway, we have so many stories to tell our friends when we get back.
Yes, including the harassment from the fire sprites.
Where the fire sprites harassed them? Oh no. Oh no.
Well, they tried to, and the dragon threw them away before anything happened.
Ow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Bon had a breakdown in the chat over how it was the most anticlimactic thing this series has ever done.
I don't know. Them actually getting
I don't know about
kidnapped.
the most.
Them getting
It's definitely
kidnapped.
up there.
It was pretty. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. Them getting kidnapped was the most anticlimactic thing. It's like you had like a whole another pop series before this where they're technically introduced, and then we like get to see their backstory play out in like their own series, and then we actually their kidnapping comes off screen, even though that's meant to be like the big climactic ending of the season 1. That's probably the most anticlimactic. Yes.
Well, I mean, they weren't doing get kidnapped in season 1. That was the shipwreck that happened.
They got shipwrecked, vanished, or whatever by the evil people. Zodiac.
Which, yeah, that could only happen at the end of the season because we know.
No, but it was
in fact,
anticlimactic
season
the way it was presented to us because we were just kind of told, "Oh yeah, we like got rid of them or like spread them out or whatever."
Yeah, honestly, I was hoping for something, you know, with
Like
a
actual
little
like
bit
a
more,
fight scene or like a dramatic moment where like something.
or potentially like an impending doom of like the sinking ship, you know, Titanic style. Potentially, yeah. So okay, all right.
We were hoping
Safari
for
pops.
something. God, anything.
That's a good point. Firepot does look traumatized. Yeah, I wonder what she's reacting to that the others haven't seen yet. Bearing in mind they're looking in the same direction right now. You might have a bit of trouble first. Oh, okay.
It's a new character. Just introduced
And a
right
pan
now.
shot. Oh, no. This is Ares, leader of the Zodiacs. We've seen him before. Not as of this season, I don't... Oh, wait, no, we have seen him in the earlier season episode. Never mind, before the Elegem quest.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm liking the camera. I remember that there was a question that...
Why is he on a different background than before?
Well. My name is
Ares.
Fire.
His name is
Ares.
Ares.
Wait, like the God of War. Okay.
No, like the Zodiac sign, actually, with an I.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the leader of the Zodiacs.
If it isn't the blue pops.
Sorry, I've been waiting in the desert for days while you collected all the gems. I thought you would get here a lot sooner. Ah.
If it isn't the blues plot.
What a lovely surprise to see you here. Is it a surprise? I thought you were waiting on them.
Like, no, it's not a surprise at all. What are you talking about?
Mr. Bond, I've been expecting I've been expecting you.
Let's hope I know they're not gonna fight, so...
You're right, they're going to sing a song at him, and that's going to be the resolution of the series.
Aries.
Yeah, which
Saying
honestly I
her
don't
name.
mind, because, you know, I mean... Because that is, you know, what they do as pops, ultimately.
What are you doing? What do you think he's doing here?
Yeah, last episode we did clarify that Ares was actually paying the fire sprites in order to get rid
Harass
of anyone
them.
who tries to restore the Elegem. not to harass them, to like actually you know do them in. But
Well,
yeah.
these are cliffs. These cliffs are very pretty, you know.
I'm not sure you know the difference between cliffs and dunes.
I'm not
I
sure
love the
you
movie
know.
Dune. The movie Dune is my favorite movie. My name
Wait.
is Ares.
But, like, I was about to say, this feels like a moment that was scripted before they chose the background, but the background has changed not once but 2 times since he's been standing here. So the landscape has been shifting around him.
Okay.
It's a very sandy desert. I think there's a sandstorm going on as we speak.
Okay, you know what? Part 2 of the pouty pitch, if that ever happens, just a back and forth between 2 different people, and one of them has like a changing background for no apparent reason. Every time it cuts back to them, the back is something else. It never gets explained.
I thought I might take a visit.
Yeah, like, I know, this isn't a very, exciting finale.
Well, I mean, okay. To be fair, again, to reference back to anime, you know, there's always a little bit of like a verbal standoff before they start fighting each other. You know, it's just part of the.
They're
It's
just
part
gonna,
of the back
they're
and
gonna
forth.
just go up to him and be like, "Swiper, no swiping." And he's gonna be like, "Okay, Swiper won't swipe."
I actually made a swiper reference beforehand, actually.
Oh my god! I hope that doesn't happen. It's like, don't stop us. It's like, okay, I won't. Bye.
But
If
what a
that
coincidence
happens,
that you were here
I'm gonna punch you in the
But what a coincidence that you're here too.
So wait, you didn't plan this out? You just coincidentally came here at this? Okay.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or not, because I don't know why he would otherwise be hanging out, just.
What do you mean? You don't hang out in the desert? I do that all the time. I just sit in the desert and hang out.
Yeah, on the precise location where they can restore an item that you've had in your power for 10 years. Yeah, definitely not something you would want to keep guarded by yourself potentially. Or if you knew that they were on a quest in the first place, which he did, be able to wait for them. This feels like sarcasm.
Vaughn, this is no time for napping. It's time to transform.
Not again!
Vaughn, when are you gonna put out that poll, by the way, you said you were gonna put out last stream?
No, if anything, this is the perfect time for napping.
But
And
since we both just happen to be here together, I have a brilliant idea.
Let's go camping.
Let's go camping in the desert, yeah.
Give me the items.
Why? No.
So they can't use them to restore the Elegem.
No, but I know,
Yeah.
but and why am I right mind when I hand you them? You know, I I spent so long getting these. I'm not gonna give them to you. They're mine.
I mean, it's kind of like how like the Garfield show pointed out one time that, you know, in every chase sequence, there's always someone who goes like, "Hey, come back here," and no one ever does, because why would they?
Now.
What? No, we worked hard to get these.
Did you though? Did you? Half the time you just went there
Well.
and didn't have to do much. I'm gonna be honest.
Like they went
Did
there.
you?
Like they went there, talked to an NPC, exhausted their dialogue tree, and then got the item.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, the ones that Eli was less fond of, you know, Salorium and Flamatis, were actually the ones that had the most challenge to them. Terratus and Aquavia were just kind of, you know, they were easy pickings for the most part.
Yes, As I said, go up to the NPC, exhaust their dialogue tree, retrieve item.
Yeah. Anyway,
As I can see, somehow you managed to get past my fire spirits.
sprites, but yeah.
Sprite, spirit, same difference.
Wait, you.
Nobody should be able to get past them.
Ah, but you failed to account for the dragon that decided to help us and no one else.
The dragon that swooped down randomly to save us.
For reasons, I guess. But
Plot
luckily,
re-
you
plot
can't get
reasons.
past me. Okay, what are you gonna do though?
I'm stronger than 200 sprites combined.
What are
obviously.
you going to do though?
What? We outnumber you. We could easily beat you.
But I know that.
I also know that you won't do it. You're contractually obligated to not raise a finger against anyone ever on screen.
Wait, really? Okay.
No.
No, we're making
It
a.
just feels like it.
We're making a joke
No,
that
because I wouldn't be surprised if in the actual Super Pop show it's like that. Like we are contractually obligated to not actually do any form of violence on anyone. We gotta be as non-violent as humanly possible
You see,
for the
Aiden.
kids' sakes.
You see, Aiden. The only resolution in this show happens off screen.
It's either through like the dialogue tree, or I guess just catching them. Be like, "Hey, I saw you doing a bad thing. Oh, you caught me. Okay, well, I'm going now. Bye." It's like, we got
There's
got 'em.
tension, and there's tension, but there's no alleviation of that tension. There's no climax. So it's just oops all fluff.
And
That
this
is
is why I brought, and this is exactly why I brought backup.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to get all the Zodiacs in one place? Because we've had them in meetings and whatever, but like all the Zodiacs on one screen for the first time, fighting against the Blues Pops.
Wait, we have
That would
never.
actually be a
Wait,
good
we
climax.
have never had them all together at once on screen. Well, no.
Well, okay, like in like the same frame. They've been in the same scene together, but normally it's like Ares is speaking to them, and then all 12 of them are lined up. That's usually how it goes. That's what I mean. Yes, there they are. And that's not all of them, but it's a start. I think we're gonna get another image of some of the other ones.
I like how all of them aren't just in
okay.
default pose 1. They're actually standing in different poses.
Oh,
Alright.
brother.
Oh no, you're gonna miss the song.
Oh, we have a song? I'm terrified.
Safari, you gotta take the bags to the items and keep them under a force field.
Okay, that's gonna strategize now.
Stay hidden. We'll distract them while you go.
Okay, this is the first note there that I heard of the music. That's almost like universal combat music or chase music. So, come on then.
We will fight them. Okay, got it. I'm saying that in the most blank way possible.
All right.
What do you?
do now, Blues Pops?
All these villains are so happy though. They're
Well,
so
yeah,
happy.
They're happy because they've
Yeah, but
killed
they
their
all
greatest
they all
enemies.
they all feel like a generic kind of yay, we're all here instead of we're here to destroy you and murder your families.
All right. Wait, what's that over there?
Oh no.
Oh, we're doing a Back to the Future. Hey Biff, there's one thing you forgot. What the heck is that thing? Huh? I don't see anything. No, that's weird.
Oh, that's weird. That must have been an imaginary thing.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Come on.
Also, they
That's
were all
funny.
looking. They all looked. Not one. Everyone turned their head. Dang.
I mean, think about like the bunglers, for example. They're all stupid, so this tracks for pop villains. Time for some favorite skip.
After all, if we have competent villains, they might actually win.
Yeah, because the heroes aren't confident enough to win on their own.
This is taking longer to prepare than every time I fix the fourth wall.
Shush, old man.
Tipsy clown, oh no.
Trixie.
Oh.
Tipsy the clown is different. That's a different clown there. So,
That's
we
a
don't-
different clown.
Tipsy's in an AA meeting right now, you know, getting help. Anyway, well. Anyway, what will it be now?
Surrender. Hand over the items or spill.
Split up again?
Split. Yeah.
Split up again. Oh.
I mean, they technically have just now.
Neither.
Neither.
We will not give up until we win.
It's just like charge. Doom! It cuts like 3 gravestones, like SpongeBob style. And we thought that Talia was the first pop to die on the screen.
Well, in that case, watch out. Oh,
Okay.
that's it.
Can we just like go back to the trajectory of that arrow for a second? I need to rewind that.
That's what. Who was
It
she?
curved! The arrow curved in the air! They have homing arrow hacks and they can't even use them properly. What is that targeted towards? The ground?
Also, they didn't really dodge much. They kind of just like mildly stepped out of the way. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because the arrow curved, they didn't need to dodge much. You had to shoot more. Oh, okay, they're the other Zodiacs. They were in position. Honestly, you know what? I would say this. Bond left at the exact wrong moment because now it's actually getting interesting.
I'd hardly call this like Jacob. I'd hardly call
Yeah.
this interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
in comparison, okay? In comparison. Oh no, I have to save my friends before this gets worse. Before they fire an arrow that doesn't miss automatically.
Before they fire an arrow that doesn't curve away from my friends.
I
Somehow.
fired, and then I missed, and then I fired, and then I missed, and I passed out.
Oh my god.
And then I got up and I fired and I missed again. And
I ate a popsicle. I'm glad someone got that.
I don't get what you're referencing, but yes.
It's a Game Grumps clip.
Of course you wouldn't know. It's a game code. This is why I'm not a voice actor. I can barely speak American
It's
English.
fine. I can barely speak either. Jacob's
you
heard my bloopers. My bloopers will be like saying like a paragraph, and I'll just like halfway through go. Eh! It's like oops.
You've both had my bloopers before, so we all have those moments.
No, not really. You haven't sent me your bloopers. You sent me all of Ulrich's lines, clean cut, right out the gate.
Oh,
all of them
Okay,
were fine.
okay, yeah. Well, it's because sometimes they're not funny, so I only send the funny ones over. That's probably why.
Why?
You should. If you ever have any funny bloopers, send them to me, Jacob.
Yeah,
I
I
could
do.
edit.
It was like the with great power comes I hate you. That one, remember?
That
was
one,
that was one of
yeah.
the funny bloopers. Yeah.
It's like I was like I have to include this one somehow in the
Yeah.
video. It has to be included.
Distract from all these guys. Hey Leo, what do you want, you monochrome mess? Go fetch! Oh, they've been breathing mouse in the distance. Don't let go of the bags. Yeah, this feels like she's gonna like release the bags, and then another Zodiac is going to come in and swoop in, like they were also in hiding position. Wait, I'll just put the items in one bag and restore the Elegem myself. That's not a bad
I
suggestion.
mean, smart.
I don't know if that's like you have to do like a ritual or something to do that, or you just combine them in this location, and that's all you have to do.
She's actually
Not very
she's using her brain.
Oh my god,
Woo!
this is the series finale. She actually developed brain cells.
Yeah. Then the Zodiacs will lose their powers, and my friends will be safe.
Wait, is that how that works? They have their powers only because of the inner gem?
Yes, that's it. Yeah. That's like an embarrassment. Why did I hire these people? That's how like every villain leader in a pop series feels. Alright, Safari, you have all the items. Now be quick, and don't be seen.
Hey, that's Safari Pop running across the field in the open.
What's that gigantic blue streak running across the desert?
No time to lose.
What's the problem? Too many of us?
Well, yeah.
Too little of you?
Too few of you in this context, because it's countable, but whatever. That's like an advanced grammar.
You know, why didn't they do this in the first place? You know, like, why didn't they just assemble everyone just to kill the blues pops, like, earlier?
Well, yeah, that
Why didn't you do this sooner?
Yeah, once they return, I don't know.
Please, Naruto, run.
Run, Safari, run! Run, Forest, run!
Keyframe running.
Yeah. By the way, this was there was a question that Eli got in the comment section of this video, was how they made this episode, and yes, it did boil down to lots of keyframing. Not just this, but also the camera shots, the panning shot of Ares, the one where like the zoom in of the characters, which is one time I'll say that having them not be pre-rendered actually kind of worked in its favor, because it feels like a zoom in enhanced type of camera trick. That's just quite nice. I might have to steal that technique myself. Another question we got in the comments, by the way, which I just have to put this on the screen. Like, how do you know show stuff from Frozen 2 but haven't watched the movies? Just wondering, because I've heard it before. Makes sense. So there you go. That's the list of Maddie lore. She doesn't know how Google works, or hearing songs and not the original movie they're from, even though she has multiple cover channels. So there we go. Just wanted to bring that one up.
Keyframe running. They just let her run there. They like the Zodiac people weren't even paying attention. They're like, wait a minute.
I have become one with the Elegem. It required a human sacrifice.
Oh, that would be actually, I would like that as a plot twist, you know.
I knew the whole time. I didn't want you to know, because you would have stopped me. I am the light of Zartha.
Who's that? What?
Men in Black 2 reference.
Oh my god, she's becoming an archangel.
An archangel, yeah. We both thought it. Are you too scared to fight back? Apparently, they haven't.
Yeah, do something. Sing.
Okay, you know what? My take back was the last episode. This is the build up, the anti-climax here, because they spend so long for like, okay, maybe there's going to be something here, like an actual
and, like, no, there's like this dramatic music and stuff as well. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like, you know, you could have them actually fight some of the Zodiac people, maybe defeat a few of them, but then ultimately lose because they get overwhelmed by the amount of like Zodiacs around them.
Yeah, I never thought I would say this, but at least Twilight showed the hypothetical scenario of the fight before revealed to be a dream.
Like
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That, and I'd hate to say it, but how is Deus Ex Machina the last episode better than this?
I have no idea. There's supposed to be 4 of you. Yeah, you would think that someone would have known.
Yeah, no one pointed that out. Yeah, they were just talking. It's like, wait a minute. What are you missing? Yeah, it's nothing. Oh, now they're surrounded.
By 2 of them.
Yeah.
3?
Dude, you can see we don't have the bags on us. What do you mean? We cannot give you what we don't have.
You're just harassing a bunch of teenage girls in the desert for no reason.
Yeah. Did he know about the? Well, I guess he would have seen the bags before. Like that would be the information. But if he can't tell there's a pop missing, he might not know that they have them. They have them, like, you know.
Well, you also should be able to tell that there's a pop missing.
Maybe their outfits are super outfits because their skirts have pockets. Maybe that might be why.
Also, Jacob's camera has just blipped out of reality.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Yeah, I just have to reset it.
Hand them over, and we won't hurt you.
I don't believe you.
Bruh, go fish. I told you I'm not playing your games with a battle. But yeah, Pisces then pipes up. Did someone say fish? No, we will never. Fine, Scorpio, poison them. I don't know, it's a scorpion tail, might as well use it. Fine, I tried negotiating, but you have to learn the hard way. Yes, all of us do.
Oh,
This is
come
your
on,
last
dude.
chance.
How many last chances are they gonna get? Oh my god, just kill them.
As many as it takes in order to like make sure that there's times. Like I'm gonna count to 3. 1.
Oh my god,
2,
no way. This
2
is
and a
this is
half,
like this is like
2
Code
and 3
Lyoko.
quarters,
This is like Code
2
Lyoko.
and
You know,
7/8.
no, here's the thing.
2
like
and
you know,
15/16.
you know how in like
2 and
Code Lyoko,
31/32.
you know in Code Lyoko how like especially during season 1, there's always formula of the characters are about to die, but you just cut back to Aelita like doing her little tower thing at the
Yes.
last moment. It's exactly like that. It's like, oh no, we're gonna get murdered. Cuts back to her placing stuff down. Oh, I gotta hurry. Cuts back to them. Help us! Cuts back. to
Like,
them.
you gotta admit, at least there's some tension.
Yeah, well, at least there's action on one end. There isn't even action on this end. It's just vaguely threatening them.
Okay, all right. to all of the pop creators, new pop series pitch idea: virtual pops.
Violence.
The villains were the villains were banished
Wait.
to go inside of a computer, and they have to actually and they can sometimes have like a virtual way they can actually get to the real world, but you know, for the power of either song or they just like, you know, defeat them
Like,
some other way, like in
that's-
virtual reality.
Jacob,
then they can, yeah.
What you're suggesting is Code Lyoko with extra steps.
Code
I
Lyoko
know it is.
pops.
That's exactly the
Lyoko
point.
pops. Lyoko pops. Code pops. Techno pops, actually.
Like, we should just set all the pop creators in a room and show them the OG brain rot.
I feel like if we show them Code Lyoko, though, Code Lyoko is now going to be added to this universe of miraculous pops. And somehow Code Lyoko is also going to be working into this universe at the same time, and you're going to have like
somewhat don't
Aelita and
actually
Jeremy's
mind that.
daughter.
I don't actually
like a
mind
lot.
that because we have Miraculous already in the series, so why not
Me-
at this point? We've got
like
Power
me
Rangers
just
as well.
Me just looking over to Majesty trying to convince the Code Lyoko crew to join the pops.
It's
Don't
like
you
we've
want
already
to
done
join?
our duty as superheroes. We've already you know, we're retired now.
And it's like, but Aelita, you have the perfect hair for it already. It's pink. You're gonna be Pink Pop. It's like,
I think there's already a Pink Pop.
you're
I
going
think
to
Pinky
you're
Pop already exists.
Pinky Pop. Oh God. We don't have liar. You saw us in bags earlier, so we don't have bags currently. What do you think was in the bag? One clues.
Yeah. Search them. Become the TSA. Again, very nice. Now
And you
make
leave
your
us no
choice.
choice.
Up. just nothing comes out. It's like the firebenders during like the eclipse in Avatar.
Oh, I think that literally happened. Wait a minute. I
Oh
think
my
that literally
goodness.
just happened. Oh no. Why isn't this working? They're the firebenders, guys.
Yeah.
But hey, at least that guy got that cool like scorpion tail. The other guy got a bow in his hand. So I mean, they still have weapons.
That's true. Yeah, the scorpion tail might not have poison inside of it anymore, but it'll still
You'll
do
still
something.
stab them. You can still kill them with the tail if you want.
Yeah. It's not working.
It's not working.
Wait a second. Where's the dark blue one? Now
Oh
you
my
now you
God.
notice.
I'm right here.
Quick, get her!
No. Oh.
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 Okay, that counts.
Whoa.
That counts as a blast. There we go.
That
I
counts
mean,
as a...
yeah, but that was a very pitiful blast. It's like, here's a
was
little
so-
spark blast. It's like, okay.
That was so tiny.
It's like,
I could like throw glitter at him or something.
my eyes. Ah.
Not the bees. Okay. Also, I think this is the first time we've actually seen. Speaking of eyes, this is the first time we've seen Ares' face. Oh, is that why they said face reveal in this episode? I saw the comments and it said face reveal. Okay.
I don't know.
Those
His
would be
face. His face doesn't look anything out of the ordinary. I don't. What about? Okay.
Well,
I mean,
most
like-
people's faces don't look out of the ordinary, but face reveals are still like a big deal for some people.
Sure, I guess.
I'm trying so hard not to say the thing.
Do the thing, Julie. Do the
He looks
thing.
like a twink.
He does.
Okay.
Everyone dogpile on the twink.
Yeah, I was like, where is this going? Oh, okay, that's where it's going.
You. Knocked
Mask
off your mask. Knock, knock. Who's there? I consider it
It's an
achieved.
achievement.
You took off his mask. Real impressive.
This is going on YouTube, and we're getting a bunch of views for the face reveal.
Oh my god.
I will get you. You don't have powers anymore, dude. You mean not Not
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
nah,
Well, that kind of works as well. I've heard that. I've heard it both ways.
Also, like, I would have liked to see the yellow gem be created from the artifacts. That would have
did.
been cool to
You did.
show.
I think
No.
you might have left the room before that
Like-
happened. I think it might be when you got food.
Maybe?
We saw them all levitate in the air and then become this giant gem thing.
Not really
Yeah.
giant, but decently sized.
Middle gem.
Yeah. The gem for store. Admit it, Ares, you lost.
Oh my god, you
Ares,
talked them
I'm
to death.
sorry, You've lost.
No, here's the thing. They pretty much talked the character to death. They've pretty much been like, we defeated you. We talked to you. I guess they made the gym, like, got rid of their powers, but there wasn't much action. I'm annoyed. I
Okay,
wanted
so
a fight
full
scene.
disclosure, I kind of thought that the actual fight was not going to be like that intense, or like it wasn't going to come down to that, but I thought they were going to maybe like sing the song as the distraction perhaps, or have that be the way that they defeat them while they restore the Elegem potentially. But I guess they're going to I guess that's going to be like the finishing blow now. It's like, well, now that we defeated you, we're going to torment you a little bit. Now that you're
They're-
defenseless, we will now
They're not gonna
kick you into the
sing.
ground with our
They're
song.
not going to sing. That's my reaction.
Okay.
No songs. We lost our powers.
And our outfits, I guess, which were tied to them.
Were your outfits magical?
Theirs weren't, apparently. No, we never lose. But you have, I mean, you've lost a fair amount of times. You've also won more times than any other villain group, for the record. But
Yeah, so at least you have a good kill K to D ratio. That's more than I can say for most Fortnite Twitch streamers.
yeah, it's more than you can say for the bunglers as well, who they were at one point affiliated with. Oh wait, no, that was the Star Tribe. Never mind.
Are they gonna go to jail though? Please tell me they're gonna go to jail. Go to jail? I hate how the pop films never go to jail. Yeah, we may be constantly threatening the world and stuff, but we're not gonna ever go to jail.
It's because most of the time the bunglers can teleport.
Like,
Fine.
what?
Oh
Don't
wait, actually, wait a minute. This is a non-teleport island, or maybe that's because maybe that was the spell that that Ares himself put on, so maybe he can teleport away. I'm not sure.
You win.
Now I suppose you're going to have to sing about
Oh,
it.
we're really actually getting a song. Okay.
Yes, we are getting
Please.
some. I'm really
What a
Let's
not...
great idea! Thanks, Ares.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
in the description it did say there's going to be an original song. That's why I was like, okay, I know this is going to happen eventually.
I mean, this would have been good when they're during the battle, or they sung during the battle, but you know.
That would have been funny, Fox, if they actually if one of them actually like fell for him with his looks or something. It's like, oh no, my mask. Where is it? Hair's flying away or something, that kind of thing. In slow motion.
Traveling to rounds unknown, look at how the time is gone, but we gotta go.
Door Explorer.
Already, first complaint here, didn't take a breath before you continue singing. Though about to have our time has fun.
Came across some challenges, tough to keep the balances, but
Okay.
No,
also,
those I like the song, but the challenges were hilariously easy.
Yeah, I also like the keeping the balances, like actual movement that was there in time with the music, and not to mention as well that this is a rare thing I think even for even by like early Eli songs. We have an AAB rhyme scheme. You know, that's one of the things that throws a lot of people off. Actually, I remember that I've written songs in front of other people in the past, present company included, and I've thrown them off by whenever I'm like, okay. This line is not gonna rhyme with this one, so don't keep offering suggestions for more additions here. I'm doing a thing.
I haven't seen you write a song, so I've seen you write one
Aiden.
song.
That was for Aiden.
Yes.
The free bit thing was for you. The song one was for Aiden.
Made some friends along the way, we'll see them again someday.
Probably not actually.
And we're on a roll. What's a fire at the elements that everywhere, and we made them home.
Well, you made them whole, but
Okay, so there's what looks like a bean pod, a water drop, a cloud, and fire. Like, what is the cloud supposed to represent?
Air.
Air.
The clouds there.
It's
The
time
Yeah.
to explore. East to west.
is this gonna trigger someone's epilepsy?
I don't think so. I think it's too. I think it's too. The colors are similar enough, and it's also too slow.
Okay.
Like, epilepsy is only triggered by fast fast blinking.
Yeah, and like specific colors as well. Because I remember at one point in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, actually, there's something that Kaizen Echo pointed out that for the movement called seizure procedure, the actual red and blue that were used and like flashed at particular intervals that he researched to make sure that they wouldn't actually trigger any seizures.
They didn't do that kind of. They didn't do that kind of research for the banned Porygon Pokemon episode.
I was just thinking that. No, they did not. It was also red and blue for them, but it was way faster.
And then they blamed Porygon for why he's banned from the anime now. Which was sad to Pikachu.
Shame on you, Porygon.
Shame on you,
What?
fictional animal.
No, like he's literally never appeared in an anime beyond that episode.
And he's also never appeared in the games beyond, Gen 5.
He's in the games. You could catch him in Gen 1, you catch him in the latest generation, you catch him in Gen 9 in the DLC.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Porygon.
Alright.
Wow, clearly
I
I haven't gone to enough places to catch Porygon.
Well, he's in the DLC in the newest game, so I mean,
That's why I haven't seen him in the newest game. He's in the DLC, and I'm not buying the DLC.
The DLC is good though. The DLC is so good. I love Pokemon.
Listen, I've been a little bit too hung up. About Nintendo suing literally everybody, even Pal
World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course they were going to sue Pal World. Why would they not? Although weird enough, one person they haven't sued, I don't think, is Runow, the developer of Mario 63.
They also haven't sued the developer of Temtem.
Well, there you go. Maybe like I don't think any Flash games got sued by them. Or I could be wrong in that regard.
Yeah,
Mario
you're
63
wrong in that
particularly
regard.
was like a. Oh, okay, fair enough then. Well, Mario 63.
Did they ever sue PETA for? Did they ever sue PETA for the Pokemon parody they made?
No, because unfortunately that fell into fair use.
PETA made a bloody Pokemon game. I was like, I wonder how they feel about that. It's like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure that they probably had like a spat or two with South Park, but then again.
Anyway, let's get to.
We won indeed.
Yeah.
They're all singing that.
It's time to explore. Let's round on every shore. There's things to discover and mysteries to uncover.
yeah, just a personal thing for me in choruses. With this particular chorus, I would have had like a monosyllable rhyme at the end there, rather than just rather than cover and discover. Not for any particular reason, just because I feel like it fits the this verse, like the da 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 da. I know that I play around a lot with rhythms in choruses, but for the most part, they're the things you want to try and keep as consistent as possible.
It's time to explore. Never done this before. There's things to learn, and victory is earned.
Yeah, okay, so da 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 da. You see the difference there, but but also the things to learn. This is actually something that happens with a lot of parodies, particularly where because people don't necessarily think about like the meter of them, they end up they end up not really working so well. Because then people will be like, okay, well I'll just like add these words here and then I'll just like extend them a little bit so that you get like awkward sliding through the different notes that is just this one singular word that wasn't there before. That's one thing to bear in mind with songwriting in general, because obviously here this is an original and clearly to fit like the da 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 da, there was like one word that was missing there.
All I'm thinking about is how easy this song would be to remix.
Yeah. Well, you could have like, there are many things to learn, and then you have like you've solved that problem already. I guess I prefer if there's like any like syllable variation for it to be at the beginning of verses. Then again, that has also tripped up a lot of people in the past. I will say that much. But yeah, that might just be a me thing. Although this kind of goes into how I've talked about like one of my favorite things that Bond does actually in like his versions of these songs is that he will like reword some of the actual lines. That's mainly for that reason, so that it actually does properly match. Because I remember that in the when I listened to the original Addiction for the first time since the Bond cover came out, I was like, oh, wait a minute, there are so many pauses that weren't here before, and so many like lines that don't quite rhyme the same way. It's like, oh no, now I get it. It was similar enough with Cast Out, so yeah. Favorite aspect. Something back to mention before, Maddie is Magic Pop, one of the characters of the series, no, still wasn't on her channel. Why? Well, okay, I understand why actually, because the way that the old pop series work, at least for Eli, less so for Johnny, who like this is one advantage that Johnny has, that he tends to create the characters from scratch or have them as like submissions from people. Eli, on the other hand, took her existing friend group and turned them into pops. That's why, like for example, Eli's mentioned that there is like Earth Pop is a real person somewhere in the world, or like based on a real person, but that real person doesn't know that she's become a meme now. Because Eli since lost contact with her, so
If she ever finds out, she's gonna be probably so mad.
I just get pulled into like a random Discord call one time. It's like, oh, Eli, you met a new person. It's like, so this is Earth Pop. Oh no. No, but yeah, so Maddie is no exception there. So that's why she became Magic Pop, because I think maybe she like also might suggest that. That's also the reason that Earth Pop has a nose and the other ones don't, because the designs were also pitched by the original friends. So in either case, it's people who want to feature on this channel specifically, and I guess there's a possibility that Magic Pop might have appeared in some like Sparkle Pops episodes maybe on Maddie's channel, but I don't actually know. Because yeah, considering all the deep dive I do into Maddie's channels, the less I watch of hers, the better. So
It's time to explore the elements restored.
wait, there's a new pop series that's out? What's that one called?
And now, before long, we're back where we belong.
Oh, okay. I guess that was their way of escaping. Okay, you know what? Fine. They sang to undo the anti-teleportation spell, and that's how they got back here. You know what? That works. That works. Okay. The Shine Pops. Okay. Intrigued. Which channel is this on? And does it have a wiki page yet?
Does it have a wiki page yet?
You gotta finish the dance, obviously. You can't leave that.
Yeah,
You can't.
you
leave that,
gotta
half-baked.
finish the dance.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I've just been here scooping soup into my face.
we've noticed. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you because again, every time you eat food on camera, it always ends up disastrously. So, yeah.
What an
What an
adventure!
adventure! I know, but we managed to see the Zodiacs once and for all. Ah.
Not really. You kind of just like left them on the island. So again, that would have been a good time to apprehend them. Maybe the dragon will deal with them.
Wait, I just realized they don't have powers anymore, so they can't leave.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Strike on Flamatis.
They're in prison.
No one ever survives. No one, no apart from them, has survived coming back from the place. Oh no.
They've been
Gotcha,
imprisoned there.
Okay, noted. As if they survive, if they make it to prison.
The island is their prison.
Exactly.
And we also put a strong protection spell on the Elegem, in style too. When did that happen?
During the song, I guess.
Maybe that was before Sapphire returned. She was like, okay, protection spell first. I don't know. She used the Turtle Miraculous, I don't know. What a cool song.
So I think as the song was the implication, the song like protected the Intergem too and got them home, maybe.
And we can finally see our friends again. Should we go visit them?
Nah.
I get to see Jessica, who called me recently in the last episode. Don't have to either starve to death or become dragon food. Yeah, exactly.
Dragon Chow.
Or maybe now that the Ares can't pay off the sprites, maybe the sprites would have dealt with.
They'll get revenge.
And then also frame the dragon. So the dragon situation has not changed at all. The fire sprites are still at large, and they're still, tormenting this poor creature by ruining its reputation. So, good luck with that one, I guess. Also, I never went back to see the king and queen to tell them the mission was complete or to return the Elegem to the king and queen.
You never returned any of the stuff you said you would return. Oh well.
It's like, the Elegem will be safe with me outside the dimension. Technically speaking, that's true, but also you might want to run that by people first. Also, Majesty is still on Eletopia, right? Because they took a boat to get there. They just left Majesty behind.
Yeah, she is a spaceship. She'll be fine, maybe.
Majesty will be fine.
She didn't take the spaceship with her.
She'll just call it to beam her up or whatever.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Exactly.
Let's not think too hard about it, because she's the main antagonist, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Well, now the Zodiacs are all dead. Definitely.
They all starved to death in the desert.
Maybe that's why. I just imagine them all like huddled, in like a battlefield of flames, like while the dragon and the sprites are hunting them down. It's like, okay, we're the last ones left. We should be okay. They seem to have disappeared. Hello, everyone. The scream reverberates into the night and they're never heard of again. Also, yeah, please do send me a link on Discord, because I will forget otherwise. You're right. Great idea. Let's go see the Sparkle Pops first. There we go. See? Yeah, the ones from her channel. And then the Disco Pops. Okay, then sounds like a plan.
Well, that's just the final shot. Nothing interesting for a final shot, It's kind of hoping more for a final shot.
It's the epilogue, so sometimes it is like a slightly boring visual. Depends. Kind of like Lord of the Rings, it's just Sam at the end with his family, which is a nice thing, but it's not like the most cinematically super interesting thing or whatever.
I don't like this.
I don't know. This wasn't too bad. We are talking about...
Okay, it's not... Okay, I guess for a blue flops, it's kind of alright. I'm just...
Yeah, considering the time frame and what people were working with here, it's pretty good. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst.
Yeah, I have said before that my favorite like pop season that Eli has done, aside from ballet pops, like old Eli has done, is Jazz Pop season 2 because honestly, yeah, it's rare that we get to see a multi-part quest from the pops groups, because obviously most of the time it's, you know, they have episodic things, so which makes sense. That is the source material, and it's ultimately it is more functional for what they're trying to do. But yeah, like every now and then having a multi-part adventure like this.
I mean,
it's
I
change of
like.
pace.
Here's the thing. I like the multi-part adventure concept they went for, about going to each location, getting a piece of something to like bring it all together in one in a unique area to like reform the inner gem or whatever. I like that as a concept. I just kind of wish it was tweaked to either be like each part is like a challenge for them, where they got to do some sort of task or challenge to like get each piece, or like go through a puzzle room or something. I don't know, because then it kind of feels more like a fetch quest. Like they go somewhere, ask for something, get it, and then leave pretty much effectively, which is not very interesting without, you know, proposing like some sort of challenge in front of them. Also, it would make more sense because like Majesty early on, like I think, or was it Majesty or like King Queen? I know someone said something along the lines of many have tried but many have failed to do this.
Multiple people, like the Fire Sprite said it, the roles of Terratus.
But I would ask, how did people fail at this?
The Fire Sprites got them.
I
The
guess.
dragon didn't rescue them, and so they all perished by ambush via Fire Sprites.
Only
The dragon
fire.
frames.
But I mean,
What?
how the piece gets back to everyone else though? Like how the piece just teleport back, because they had to
Actually, I had a theory about this that I mentioned earlier in the stream. That I think that the sprites themselves return the items, you know, like express their condolences about the adventurers, and that's how they keep their good reputation. And that's also how they spread rumors about how terrible the dragon is, because they're able to be in constant contact with the rest of the kingdoms.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Again, I just challenges throughout this quest would have been nice. You know, different tasks or different style stuff they have to go through per task would have been great. And like, especially like each task could be very character focused. Like maybe one mission, like one pop takes the lead. That way you get like a focused episode on one of the blues pops. Next episode, the next task, another pop decides to take the lead, and you get a focus episode on them. That way you kind of get development for each pop.
I actually did suggest this, that, you know, the ones that, well, they're not all, because their power set doesn't quite match that, doesn't really aid this, but yeah, having each of them for one realm, like, have a particular challenge that would take over, yeah, that's something that I thought as well, that, like, yeah, should, because yeah, like, the Jasper Season 2, they had, not everyone had individual moments, but some of the pops did, and some of them had, like, actual, you know, problems like, you know, gaslighting and self-doubt and everything. So, yeah. Actually, the Blue Sauce got more individual focus in Jazz Pop Season 2 than they did here, because, obviously, like, working as a group, I suppose. I don't know, just one of those things, I guess. But okay, obviously, like the biggest issue with the latest episode is the fact that, you know, at least with the other ones, you're like, oh, okay, you know, this would have been way better if there was some sort of like confrontation or conflict. But this one actively baited you multiple times, and you know, it built up much more of an anticlimax than ever before. The song somewhat like alleviates that. Especially
The song's nice at the end, but
yeah,
I don't know. Implementation.
Yeah, even if it's Ghost Kitty's favorite song now, or like it could be, for me, it's sort of like, you know, like mid tier as far as like Eli songs have gone, because I like the difference in like the rhyme scheme, the fact that it wasn't so like hesitant, or that you know, like out of the ordinary. But I feel like I have heard it multiple times. It's kind of like the equivalent of Baby singing songs about like, you know, not breaking down in the face of struggle in My Passion, where she does that like at least 5 separate times.
I can't break down. I can't break down. She just comes off really depressed. It's like, dang,
Yeah,
girl.
I can't breaks down multiple times.
Girl's
Yes,
struggling.
exactly. I meant that more in the sense of like the songs aren't very like varied in that sense. So it feels like a typical Eli song of the era, but slightly improved. That's what I mean. So yeah, it's no addiction or cast out, but it's also not as bad as I can't remember the names of the songs, and that's kind of the point. Actually, the fact that I don't remember them is a sign. So there you go. All right. Well, that was blues pops. So I guess speaking of jazz pops, we get to turn to them next time we watch some Eli content. Although potentially we'll take a bit of a detour over to the realm of Gacha Glitter, who is as of right now not featured at all. So I'm interested if that's going to be tied to the franchise or it's going to be something independent. I don't really know. We'll look forward to that, and we'll see what the if there are aftermaths of this, or if the Zodiacs are indeed more than just charred skeletons in the middle of the desert from this point onwards.
There is one thing I'll say now that we're done about the blues pops. I like the concept behind the franchise. It's so varied, and there's so many different pop groups, made by different people. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of great.
Yeah, I mean, and especially the fact that there's especially when they communicate with each other or they like include each other in their other properties and whatnot. And it's kind of like the expanded universe in a sense, where it's like this is all canon to things are canon to each other, even if they're not like actually affiliated with the original series. So yeah, absolutely. And there's more to offer. So stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to go and eat. So please leave a like.
You don't need food.
Your opinion matters. I was going to done this already. I just went shopping today, so yes.
Food is for the weak.
Until next time, farewell.
Farewell.